Hello friends, Jai Shri Ram. Today we are going to see how to make batatyacha kees, that means shredded potato, cooked or steamed. Okay, so let us see how to make it. This is especially important during Shravan Mahina, which is the holiest month of the year in the Hindu calendar. I come from Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, we make this particular dish for our fasting. Many people observe fast, they make various different food articles, but we in Maharashtra prefer batatyacha kees. So let us see how we cook it in Maharashtra. So for this, these are all the things that you're going to need. First of all, you'll need two potatoes for one person. You will need this device to peel the skin, this device to shred the potatoes. Then you will also need this kind of a thing to put the potato shreds into, and fill it with water so that the potato doesn't oxidize. If the potato shreds oxidize, then they will turn black and then it won't look good. So you prefer putting them into water as soon as you shred them. Besides this, you'll require a wok, that means kadhai. Okay, the kadhai should be, you should be able to cover it with this kind of a tat or tatli, means this kind of a plate, metal plate. Of course, it should not be plastic plate. Everything should be metal. This should be stainless steel, this should be stainless steel, and you should be able to place it in such a way that the steam doesn't escape. Then we will fill it with water. So you need this kind of an apparatus. You need a plate, you need kadhai. And then finally, these are optional things. You will require one chili for one person, uh, around 10 groundnuts. This tool to crush the groundnuts into small pieces, it is better than grinding them in a grinder. It's always better to crush them manually. For crushing it, do not put it directly on your ota. Keep some cloth and then you put it so that the vibrations damp off, otherwise your neighbor is going to complain. And then for garnishing, you can have this kind of grated coconut. It can be either finely grated or coarsely grated. Both of them come for around, I think, 30 rupees for 100 grams. So 100 gram is this much. Okay, so you'll get it for 30 rupees. This thing normally is like 20 rupees. Maybe 20 chilies for 20 rupees, 1 rupee each. This comes for around 130 rupees for half a kg, that is groundnut. And potato, I think it should be around 45 rupees per kg. So you'll require only two of them. Okay, so let's get started. I'll show you each and every step in great amount of detail. So let us use this plate because we are anyways keeping it here. So let us use this plate for peeling up the potato. So this is how you peel off the potato. Use this tool, just hold it like this and just move it over the surface. It peels off the skin. So we'll do it for both the potatoes. Don't keep it peeled off for a very long time. Okay. So as soon as you peel it, put it in the water. Okay. Now I'm not keeping it here. I'm keeping it in the water. This also, I'll peel it and keep it in the water. Don't worry about the eyes of this potato. It's okay. If there is some dirt, then you can always use this end. This is pointed for that reason only, so that you can take out the eyes of the potato like this. But if it is not required, don't sweat too much about it. It's absolutely okay. Certain parts of the potatoes are a little deep and you won't be able to reach them. It's absolutely okay. That's it. It's more than sufficient. Don't sweat too much. This thing, throw it in the dustbin. I'll do it right away. Okay, I'm back. I'm keeping the plate again. I have wiped it because I don't want it to drip inside, because here I'm going to put either oil or ghee and I don't want water and ghee to go together. So I've wiped it clean. Now we will shred the potatoes. So the way to do it is, hold it on this only. Here there is a notch, by the way, so that you can hold it like this. Even if you don't have it, hold it with your belly. It works the best. You will love your body for having a belly. uh, Really, belly helps a lot while shredding things. While using this apparatus, belly helps you a lot. So see how I'm doing it. So I'm just holding it like this. Now I'm not even using my belly, I'm just I'm holding it like this. I'm taking a little support, and I'm just shredding it like this. It is extremely easy. You give it a try. See, it gets shredded nicely, it falls inside. Okay, so let me just complete that. Now I have completed shredding half of the potato. After that, I'll hold it here and I'll shred this part. You will notice that I keep moving my hand like this, so that it naturally doesn't clog up at one place. Be careful about your fingers. You can shred your fingers, you can hurt your fingers in the shredder. So if you are really careful about your fingers, and if you are afraid, then you can use something like this. So this is a device which can save your fingers. So you put the potato like this, and then you hold it like this, and then you shred it. So it works for me, but now that I'm using a very delicate apparatus over here, because I have to be under the camera, so I'll just hold it in hand and do it. Okay, when only this much is left, just hold it like this, shred it. Now only this much. Only this much, shred it. Okay, if I can do this on the gas, definitely you can do it on a nice table. Okay, so one potato is shredded. Now let me go to the next potato. Okay, now comes a very important part. You need to wash these with 4 waters. That means 4 times you have to wash it. So this will take off the starch from them. Starch has to be removed so that they don't stick to each other. Otherwise, these shreds will stick to each other and they'll form a ball. And that's what you don't want. So you want to wash them at least with 4 waters. Try to use drinking water if possible. If not, then at least the last water should be drinking water. Okay, so I have washed it well, and I'm keeping it aside with this plate. Okay, the next thing that we are going to do is crush the groundnuts. So use this tool and just hold it like this so that they don't fly in your eye, and you can just hit them like this. They should just break into 2 pieces, that's more than sufficient. Okay. Okay. So that's it. I think all of them are broken into 2 pieces at least, so that's sufficient, and some of them might be whole also. It's okay, no problem. Now the next thing you do is take this kadhai and you put some ghee into it. So I would normally put 1 tablespoon of ghee, but if you are diet conscious, you can put half also. I'm using half at the moment. Okay, so half tablespoon of ghee. Turn the heat on. As this ghee starts melting, you can put some chili into it. So either you cut it by hand or you can cut it using a pair of scissors. Using a pair of scissors is always better because that heat will stay in your hands, and then if you touch your eyes, then it's going to your eyes are going to water. So don't do that. You will burn your eyes that way. So just use a pair of scissors, and if you're using scissors, then you can cut it into very fine pieces, which is also a good thing. If you can take out the seeds, it's good. You can put them in your gamla, and they come out as the chili plants. But at the moment, I'm a little lazy, so I'm not taking out the seeds of this chili. Then you put dane koot, which is the crushed groundnut, and you also put some jira into it. Jira means cumin seeds. I'll be using just 1 teaspoon of it. Okay. Now use this kind of a perforated spoon. Do not put it inside if it is wet. Okay. Oil or ghee and water don't go well together. So never mix them. Okay. So just if it is absolutely dry, then use it um, to move the mixture around so that they get roasted in this particular ghee or oil. Now you have to keep doing this as long as the cumin seeds don't splatter. So they will basically crackle. uh, यानी जीरा चटकना चाहिए, तब जाके आप इसे बंद कीजिए. So let it crackle. Now by the time it crackles, you can squeeze some water out of this and keep it very much away from this oil. So the way I do it is, I would normally hold it like this, and then I will squeeze it really hard to remove all the water from it. And then I'll keep it in this plate. Okay, so I'll do this for this mixture by the time it crackles. Notice that I'm squeezing it very heavily. Don't let any moisture stay into it, otherwise the shreds won't stay apart. They'll mix, or they'll join with each other, and that's what you don't want. You want them to be absolutely separate. Now it has started to crackle. Now don't waste your time. As soon as it starts crackling, put this mixture or put this potato into it, okay, so that it doesn't burn. And that's why always keep clothes around you to wipe your hands clean. See, now this is absolutely dry. Still, don't put it just like that. Sprinkle it so that they stay separate. Sprinkle. Now the remaining shreds also, I just use a sieve to take off the water. It's absolutely separated, no problem at all. I'm moving it around, it's not sticking anywhere. This is how it should be. Very well done. Now what you do is you just keep moving it in this ghee. It is always on the low flame, okay, so that it doesn't burn. You keep moving it so that it mixes well. Okay, now at this stage, many people put salt right in this stage. But if you're very conscious about iodine not vaporizing, then you can put it at the end as well. But I'm not all that conscious, so I'll use the salt at this stage. But mostly people use it at the end so that the iodine from your salt does not vaporize. I'm using almost half a teaspoon of oil of salt. I'm using rock salt, which is sendha namak. It's always better than refined salt. So let me mix it well. Notice that nothing is sticking, and we have used very little ghee. This is not sticking because I have kept it on low flame. If you keep it on high flame, then it might burn, and when it burns, it sticks. Besides, see, I haven't soaked it for very long, and still they are pretty much separate. If you soak it for 1 hour, if you soak the potato shreds for 1 hour, then they won't even stick this much. Okay, now I'll just clean this up, and now I will cover it with this plate, and then I will just fill it with water. So due to this, what happens is this water will evaporate due to the heat, and it won't let the temperature rise beyond a point, and it will also lead to the condensation of the air inside it. So the water vapor inside the kadhai will condense, and the steam formation will happen. So that steam formation helps it cook. Okay, and obviously this water doesn't let the temperature rise too much. So this is a very good technique of smoking or steaming something. Okay, don't fill it up to the rim, otherwise when it heats up, after that you have to take this off. So you have to take it off using this kind of a clutch. If you move it around, it might fall on your feet, and it can burn your skin. So don't fill it too much, fill it only half a centimeter, up to half a centimeter of height. That's more than sufficient. Okay, now keep it like this for at least 5 minutes. Okay, as per the clock, 5 minutes. That's it. So guys, almost 5 minutes have passed, and it is on low flame, and you can see the steam coming out of it. It is not very hot. It is not bubbling, but I can feel the steam. Okay, at this stage you can always take off the lid. Check it. It seems to be okay. I threw away the water. By this technique, see, it has almost started to burn now. By this technique, it will steam also, and uh, it won't add too much moisture to it. So now if you try breaking it, it should be breaking very easily. This is enough. Now if you want, you can heat it for a little more, um, just to take off the moisture a bit, because it was getting steamed so far. And that is it. I think this is ready for consumption. The lower part of it must be a little burnt, and it's absolutely okay. I'm turning off the heat. Let me turn off the heat. See, the lower part of it must be stuck a bit, and I think it must have burnt, but it's absolutely okay. Actually, it tastes better. When I was young, my mom used to do it on purpose because we used to love it. It is crunchy. So feel free to do it on purpose as well. Okay, I think this is now ready for consumption. This is usually used for fasting. It has potatoes, so definitely it is very good for your health. It gives you carbohydrates, it keeps you active, especially during upvas, because you are low on food on that day, so you need something which will energize you. And this is one energy rich food. Now, how will you garnish it? So take it into a plate. This is two potatoes. Uh, you garnish it either with sukha khobra, that is grated coconut, or uh, with some curd. So normally what I would do is I'll put the curd in another bowl. So this is 400 ml of curd, Amul curd. You get it for around, I guess, maybe around 100 rupees. I don't remember now. Okay, you put it like this, and then you sprinkle a little grated coconut on top of it. So this is the way I like to serve it, but do let me know in the comment section how you would like to serve it. Until next time, Om Namah Shivaya. Have a nice Shravan Mass. Wish you all the very best. ये है अमित शिरासाव, अमित शिरासाव, अमित शिरासाव, अमित शिरासाव.